And we're back to learning Affinity in a year, day 40. Let us go over the stroke order. Yet again, I create a rectangle. Let me give that a reddish swatch. We've got a black stroke color. And I've increased the width right here. Right next to it, we have the stroke settings. I've talked about cap, join, and angle in the last video, but I haven't talked about order. And here you can actually position a stroke behind the fill. So by default, it will be drawn on top, but you can also put it behind. And this has an impact on the align, at least for center and inside. You can see it even hides it when we have it set to inside and then drawn behind. And for center, it cuts it in half. Sometimes it makes sense to put the stroke behind the fill, but in most cases you want to have it on top. So make sure that the second option is active. Let me show you this checkbox right here for scaling stroke with the size of the element. You can see that here 10 points will stay the same no matter how I resize my rectangle. And I realized that my mouse is a little bit effed up. I need to get myself a new one. But let's get back to right here, scaling the stroke with it. If I resize it now, when the box is checked, you can see not only width and height are adjusted, also up here the stroke weight, stroke thickness. We make that 600 times 600 for our element and then 10 points for the stroke. Box is checked. And if I make that now 300 in width and height, you can see this cuts our element in half. So it has half the size and therefore also the stroke is in half. So there's a relative adjustment. When you scale down your elements, for example, 10%, your stroke will also be scaled down 10% when this box is active. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.